Good. So, nice morning, sitting out in the sunshine, checking in with the sit bones, placing the hands on the ground. Allow the body to align itself naturally. When you feel the ground beneath those fingers, your body will instinctively align itself nicely. And the arms now coming up. Expanding into the rib cage, we take a few breaths here. Keep the shoulders nice and easy. Nice deep breathing, intercostal breathing. That's it. So then the arms are coming up, soft arms at this point, and you'll feel the breath moving into a different part of the lungs and chest. So just be aware of that sensation. The breath feels very different. Now I'm stretching up into the sky, reaching up towards the sky. The breath is now in the top of my chest and I'm breathing as deeply as I can. Nice deep breaths there. And now I'm bringing my arms down slowly. Once again, out to the sides at shoulder level and intercostal breathing. And my shoulders releasing. I think they're a little bit high there, but okay, you should drop your shoulders a bit more. Nice deep breaths, and now my arms come forward. My right arm at the top as I cross my arms and bring my hands to my shoulders. Now the breathing's coming into the back of the chest here, so you can feel the back ribs expanding and contracting. Nice deep breaths again. That's it. Then I'm opening my arms out to the sides, back to intercostal breathing. Got my shoulders a little bit high there, so just be aware that you don't do that. Nice deep breaths. And then my arms coming forward. Now my left arm is at the top. I'm back into that awareness of the back ribs expanding and contracting. So I'm breathing into every part of my chest with this practice, oxygenating the body, making sure that every cell is filled with oxygen. Opening out, expanding again into the space around me. And remember that expansion is the opposite of fear. When we feel fearful, we contract. So expansion allows us to relax a little. Now my shoulders, Pavan Muktasana, elbows together and elbows out. And sometimes we can hear crunching and popping in the shoulders. Just be aware that as long as it's not painful, that's absolutely fine. Just nice, deep movements coming into the shoulders there. Now a rotation, and the arms are moving just as much as they want to. So I want you to just be aware that you're moving into that circular space, allowing your arms and shoulders to release. Now we're coming round the opposite way, creating a nice circular movement with the elbows coming together as we bring the arms down. And we're working to release the shoulders, but also to bring the energy into Anahat, into the heart space. Hands down, take a breath and observe the effects of the practice. Your breath will have altered quite considerably now from where we were at the beginning. Settle and observe. Be patient, be calm, be peaceful. So stretching the legs out. Remember, we want to encourage the circulation back into the legs. So checking in with the sit bones, making sure we've got that connection to gravity, that support, and the hands coming down to the ground. The spine naturally, instinctively aligns itself. Dandas and stick pose. Stretching from the sit bones into the fingertips. And you can hold that, taking a breath or two, or you can come straight down if you prefer. Reaching up a little further sometimes is good before we lower the arms back down. When the hands touch the floor, let the body realign itself nicely. Bending the knee and out again, stretching into the heel. Opposite side. Now working a little in the legs to get some movement in those hip joints. Observe how the belly, the core muscles in the belly tighten to support this hip movement. And now we're going to cross the foot over the right leg and align the knee so that it's above the ankle and the foot's nice and firm to the ground before you bring your arm up on the left side. Stretch from the left sit bone right into the fingers and then slide the arm back behind you. And see if you can bring that right arm under and clasp the hands behind the back. It's not always easy. You could use a sock if you want to. Some nice deep breaths there, and let your body just open into that space. Let your arms fill that space. Again, get that feeling that it feels good, the stretch. When we release and bring the arms down, we're going to come into a nice twist. So wrapping the right arm around the left knee, and the left arm comes round behind the back, the lower body turned first and then the head. And again, we're just squeezing those abdominal organs and glands as we breathe in this twisting position. So they get a nice toning, massaging effect. Coming forward, feel the release. The energy flows back through the body. Now we're bending the right knee and bringing it round to the left side. So we're coming back into the twist, slightly different this time. Turning slowly from the lower body, and eventually the head turns, and each breath gives us that toning, massaging feeling. And before we leave this posture, just twist a tiny bit further. Be aware of the sensation of movement in the abdomen. When we release, once again, the energy flows back down. When we release the legs, we can feel the energy flowing back into the legs. Remember, always in yoga, we're working with energy. Let the legs release a little. We're coming off the support now as we sit. So now we're coming into the twist on the opposite side. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half spinal twist. Okay. First of all, we're beginning with the shoulder stretch. And again, just feel that you're expanding into that space, filling that space, your arms moving up a bit more. Nice deep breaths. And releasing, aligning the spine, releasing the shoulders a little, and here's the twisting movement. So adjusting so that your arm fits nicely around that knee. You can use your hand to hold the knee if you prefer. And the twist begins in the lower body, so we feel that squeeze in the abdomen before we turn the head, look over the shoulder. Each breath creates this toning, massaging effect. And we're aware of that sensation. Twisting a tiny bit further. Another deep breath or two there. Releasing, the energy flows back. Releasing, bringing that foot over to the side now. So now the twist changes, it feels very different. We need less support from the core muscles in the belly, but the hips have now come into a different position. So when we twist now, we can get more of a twist to the spine, and that toning, massaging effect increases in the abdominal organs and glands. Nice deep breaths. Releasing, feel the energy moving back, releasing the legs, feel the energy moving back down through the legs. Okay, and now we're coming off the block. So, sitting, slowly easing down to the floor. Now try to keep awareness of those support muscles in the belly. And when your head reaches the ground, the arms rest on the floor above the head. Then the arms come up. Now try and keep this movement slow and steady. We're coming into forward bend, stretching wherever your body wants to go. And then slowly back down again. And if you need to support yourselves to come down slowly, you can bring your elbows or hands to the floor to support you. If you want to take a breath before you come up again, feel free to do so. But just be aware of all the sensations in your body. The forward bend is a nice stretch. The slow descent, nice awareness of all the muscles engaged until you release to the ground. Again, we've got this nice feeling that this movement is challenging but good. Nice stretch. Where do you want to take that stretch? Now we're going to lie down in Shavasana and find that space between your arms and the body. Find where your legs want to be and take a moment to relax in Shavasana.